My name is Nate Cardozo. I'm a staff attorney with the Electronic Frontier Foundation. We're a civil liberties group based in San Francisco dedicated to protecting free speech and privacy on the internet.
Mr. Cardozo, would you wrap for us what happened today, what the arguments were here, and what you expect from the judge's ruling?
Yes, so our client, Mr. Kadane, is an Ethiopian American who lives in Silver Spring, and the government of Ethiopia installed malware on his computer to wiretap his Skype calls, to read his email, to monitor his web browsing.
And Finfish.
It's the Finfisher malware. It's a competitor to Hacking Team, which has been in the news in the last week or two. We caught them red-handed, which is... it's unfortunate for Mr. Kadane that this happened, but it's lucky that we actually caught them. We caught the government actively monitoring his Skype calls. And so we sued. We sued Ethiopia under the Wiretap Act here in Washington, D.C. in federal court. The government of Ethiopia hired American lawyers, a firm called Greenberg Toreg, to fight. And they filed what's called a motion to dismiss. And today was the hearing on the motion to dismiss. Ethiopia argues that foreign governments have the right to wiretap anyone in the United States at any time for any reason without judicial intervention. So Ethiopia argues that it doesn't need a court order, it doesn't need a warrant. It can wiretap my Skype calls, your Skype calls, read your email, and there's nothing anyone can do about it.
As far as it is originated from outside the United States of America.
That's right. Actually, so their argument, if you take it to its logical conclusion, it goes a little bit further than that even. Their argument is, even if it was a human being who did, even if they sent physical Ethiopian spies into the U.S., there'd be nothing we could do. And that's simply wrong. And so today we asked the court, Judge Randolph Moss here in the District Court of D.C., to allow the case to proceed. Argument went about 2 hours, a little bit more, and we expect a decision sometime in the next 2 or 3 months.
And what do you expect from the judge?
Well, it seemed like he really understood. It seemed like Judge Moss understood the claims that we've made and understood the implications of what would happen if he allowed foreign governments to wiretap. So we're optimistic that Judge Moss will allow the case to proceed, and our case will go forward.
And what would be your demands then?
So our demands, this case is not about money. Mr. Kadane wants Judge Moss to decide that what happened to him was illegal, and to create a judicial order saying that wiretapping people in their own homes without a court order, without a warrant, is illegal and it has to stop. So what we're asking for is the dignity that all people have to be upheld by the court in this case.
What about the question of immunity? As Ethiopia is a foreign country, and the embassy is represented now. The country is represented by the embassy here. Does it matter if it is a foreign country, to be sued at the U.S. court?
It can matter. So foreign governments are immune from some types of suit, but this isn't one of them. When foreign governments commit serious crimes anywhere on U.S. soil or on French soil or on German soil, those crimes are actionable. And just because it's a foreign government doesn't mean that they're completely immune from suit. There are some things that foreign governments are immune from. Commercial torts, for instance, breach of contract, the foreign government might be immune from those types of suit, but not for invasions of privacy. And U.S. law is pretty clear on this point, and international law is clear on this point as well.
So international laws and conventions are considered on this case?
It's not clear whether Judge Moss is going to consider anything other than U.S. law, but international law supports our position as well.
How long does this take, you think?
So we filed this case in February of last year, so it's already been a while, and this is the first hearing that we've had. We know there's going to be another hearing in the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals. That hearing will happen, if I had to guess, probably early next year. We have another year or maybe 2 years ahead of us. The road is long, but it's worth it.
What would be your next move if you lose the case?
If we lose the case, we appeal to the D.C. Circuit. If we win or if we lose, we're going to the D.C. Circuit either way.
Both ways?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Cardozo,
Thank you
for
very
your
much.
time.